computer audio. Let's admit Mr. Sweeney. Okay, children in the room, could we kindly pretend like we're in a classroom? And quiet. Morning, Kaden. Okay, so I just kind of want to wait a minute or two for to see if anybody else is going to join. Kaden Sweeney, can you turn your mic on and I just want to check my audio here. Could you say something, sir?
Okay.
Say again.
Up.
Up, down. All right,
down.
Kaden, thank you. I got it. All right, Alex is coming. Heather, could you do me a favor and dim the lights in the room, please? Thank you. All right, so those of you in the room, Alex and Kaden, don't answer this question. I want the kids in the room to answer this question. What was the lesson on yesterday in my class? I'm asking it, I'm trying to see, you know, who actually came to the Zoom meeting at 8 a.m. What was the lesson on? Irony, very good. So I know a couple of you came yesterday. Oh. All right, so again, people in the room, that was the bell. Could we kindly pretend like we're in class and stop talking? Okay, questions about irony, Mr. Devon. Okay, yes, sir. Okay, well, here's the deal. After Thanksgiving, you are required to come to all of your classes. All teachers will be Zooming live. If you miss the lesson, you miss the lesson. It's like being absent and you're still responsible for the work. So Kiara and I were talking about like routines and stuff earlier. You need to get yourself into a routine, like even on your remote days where you're getting up early enough to come to first period. I will admit, I would have a hard time with that because I am not a morning person and I would rather sleep in until like 9 or 10 o'clock. I really would. Okay. So, but you're still school. Like Alex, this is 2 days in a row, buddy. You made it. Good job. Okay. So yesterday we spoke about irony. So I spend 2 days in class on irony because I find it to be a difficult concept. But before we continue with that, let's just take a look at the bulletin board. I wonder how many of you looked at this. Here comes Bella. I wonder how many of you looked at this yesterday. What do you need to know for next week? Look at the bulletin board if you don't know. Something's happening on Tuesday of next week. No, look at the bulletin board for ELA. Something's happening in ELA on Tuesday of next week. What? A unit test. There you go. Everybody, you're having a unit test on Tuesday of next week. The test will go something like this. Mrs. Jost will give you a poem. I'm actually going to read you a poem. It's a little bit long, but I picked this poem because there's no hard words in it. I think you're going to be okay with all the words in the poem and understanding them. You are going to have to identify in the poem 9 different literary devices that are used. And I give you like the chart like we did with 2 young readers. Okay, so you might want to take a look at 2 young readers between now and Tuesday. Yes, okay. And then you have to do some matching, match the word with the definition, and you have a word bank, okay? And then there's some couple of bonus questions that you can do. But everyone, whether you are here in the building or whether you are home on Tuesday, you need to do your unit test. And I decided to do it the day before we go for Thanksgiving break because I don't want to do a unit test the first day you come back from Thanksgiving break. Okay, that makes more sense to me. Question. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. Okay, all right. So with that said, let's go to classwork. If you did not do the lesson yesterday. You should. We are working on irony. Can either a Zoom person, oh, Zoomy people, you didn't tell me that I'm not sharing my screen with you again. You got to tell me that. That's the one. That's okay. That's the one step that I tend to forget, apparently, because I do it consistently. I don't. Okay, so if you were not here yesterday, we did some work with irony. Can somebody tell me the definition of irony, either here in person or out there in Zoom land? Who knows what irony is? You all should know, because you should all be studying every day for at least 10 minutes, because that's what I've been telling you for weeks now. Yes, ma'am. What's irony? No, that's hyperbole. That's an extreme exaggeration is hyperbole. Anybody out there in Zoom land remember what irony means? Bella, turn your mic on, please.
It means the weird thing in the picture.
Well, we looked at pictures yesterday and discussed the irony, but that's not the definition of irony. This is hurting my heart right now because you are all supposed to be studying this. You should know this. The definition of irony is sarcasm, a twist, a contradiction, or an unexpected ending. Somebody who was in class either remotely or in person yesterday, what book did I read you? It was about a monster, though. The monster at the end of the book. And the irony was that little Grover, the Muppet, Grover, was afraid about the monster at the end of the book. And it turned out to be who?
Him.
Him. Okay, so that's the irony. And then what we did was we looked at a bunch of photographs that had ironic situations in them, and we explained them. If you did not come to Zoom class yesterday, you need to go back into the into here and do the lesson. And it's a long video because it's like all the business of, you know, people coming in and out. But you should do this video where it says irony lesson 1118, Day of Irony, because you're not doing yourselves any favors if you don't understand it, because you will be tested on it. Ding dong. I think that was Georgia. Hi, Georgia. Yeah, but she comes in as George. She's Georgia, but she comes in as her brother. Okay, so today we're going to continue irony, and we're going to actually listen to a song called Isn't It Ironic by Alanis Morissette. Some of you might know it. So what I'd like everybody to do, well, actually, let's just watch the video. Those of you at home, I'm not sure that this is going to come through okay as far as the sound goes. Okay.
I can't hear it.
Okay, a couple of things. People in the room, your attention should not be talking. Your attention should be on the video and listening to the lyrics. So if you're talking, you're not paying attention. Please be in the moment. 2, did somebody out there in Zoom land say you couldn't hear it? Okay, so Alex, I don't know if you have to, Bella, Caden, and Georgia, can you hear it when I played it? Sort of, kind of. I don't know. You might have to change your sound there or turn up your volume. What you can do is just watch the lyrics and try to pick out the irony, okay, as it plays. And then I also have another document with the lyrics in there. So I'm going to just play it. You might have to listen to it later. No man turn in. You're on the lottery. Like next day. It's a black fly. Chardonnay is white wine, so there's a black fly in your white wine. 2 minutes too late. It's like radio.
was afraid to fly. He packed his suitcase just to kiss goodbye. He lived his whole damn life to take that flight. And as the plane crashed down, he thought, well, isn't this nice? And isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's like rain. It's a free ride. You're already there. Goodbye. It's such a goddamn day. And who would have thought it's bigger? It's this fun way. Swinging up on you and everything's okay and everything's gonna right. And life is a fun way. Going halfway, I think everything's going on. Everything blows up in the day. Traffic jam when you're already late. And now you're smoking sign on your cigarette break. It's like 10,000 spoons and all you need is a knife. It's me in the man of my dreams and then meeting this beautiful wife. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? A little too ironic. And yeah, I really do think it's like rain. It's a free ride. It's the goodbye. It's such a goddamn day. And who would have thought it's bigger? And yeah, life is a funny way. Sneaking up on you. Life is a funny, funny way. Helping you out. Helping you out.
Okay, be quiet, lady. All right, so let's take a look. And those of you at home, you can open this up to the kids in the room. Just stay with me right here on the screen and we'll take a look at the lyrics. This is also in your ironic work, okay? So what's so funny? Then why are we laughing? Well, then why are you laughing? Good morning, Paige. Because why? Okay, well, let's take a look at the lyrics. Okay, so let's just take the first stanza. There's several stanzas. An old man turned 98. He won the lottery and died the next day. What is the irony there? He won the lottery and then died, and he won it when he was 98, right? So usually when you're 98, you're pretty much at the end of your life, yeah? Somehow I can't find my children. But what? My children in the Zoom meeting. Oh, there they went. Okay, there you are. There we go. Okay, I found you. All right. Let's look at the next line. It's a black fly in your Chardonnay. Chardonnay is white wine. So what would be ironic about having a black fly in your white wine? Huh? I can't hear you when your back is to me, honey. Okay, what were you gonna say, Heather? Well, look at the line again. It's a black fly in your Chardonnay. Bella, what do you think? Can't hear you, dude.
Well, literally a black fly in your white wine. It's just, what the heck?
It's opposite, right? It's a contradiction. There you go. Okay, this next one, you might not know what some of this is, but it says it's a death row pardon 2 minutes too late. Does anybody know what death row means? Devin?
No.
Madison, could you do me a favor and can you turn that way so that way I could see the people on the other side of you? Because otherwise you're just blocking them. No, it's not people dying one by one. Anybody out in Zoom land know what death row is?
I do.
Go ahead, Georgia, tell us. Or, yeah, Georgia.
Isn't it when someone commits a really bad crime, so they have to go on death row?
Yes, but what's death row?
They have to kill someone.
Yeah, so it's when the government or the state or the justice system decides that your crime was so horrible that the government puts you to death, and it's called death row. These days, I think we do it by lethal injection. I don't think we use it. I hope we don't use electric chairs anymore. But anyway, let's look at the line in the song. It's a death row pardon 2 minutes too late. So if you're pardoned for something you've done, what does that mean? No, if you're pardoned. When you say pardon me, when you bump into somebody, what does it mean? What are you asking for? Okay, when you bump into somebody, guys, no, when you bump into somebody and you say, oh, pardon me, what are you really asking them for when you say pardon me? Forgiveness. Okay, so let's look at the line again. It's a death row pardon, a death row forgiveness, forgiving you to be on death row. In other words, you don't have to die. And then it says 2 minutes too late. So what does that mean? It means that he got killed anyway because the pardon came too late. So that's the irony. Okay. If you look at what's called the chorus in a song, it says it's like rain on your wedding day. Now think about this. Do brides want to have rain on their wedding day? No, usually they
not
don't
at
want
all.
it. What? I didn't
No,
hear.
they don't want rain on their wedding day.
No,
It'll wreck their whole
they
wedding.
want like the fairy tale. They want everything to be perfect, right? So that's
Yeah.
the irony. Actually, I believe in Ireland having rain on your wedding day is a sign of good luck. But anyway, how about it's a free ride when you've already paid? And then it's free. That's the irony. Like, oh, too late. I already paid for it. It's good advice that you didn't take. Well, we all do that. How about this one? I like this stanza here. Mr. Play It Safe was afraid to fly. He packed his suitcase and kissed his kids goodbye. He waited his whole life to take that flight to go on an airplane. And as the plane crashed down, he thought, well, isn't this nice? So what does that mean, first of all? Yeah? Okay, well, what happened to the guy? How did he die?
Plane crash.
The plane crashed. And he waited his entire life to go on a plane ride. So the irony there is that, he never wanted to do it. He finally does it. And he
died.
And he died. Isn't it ironic? The question was, why do so many people die in this song? I said, isn't it ironic? So then you have the chorus again. And let me see. How about this one? A traffic jam when you're already late. Do you guys know what a traffic jam is? We don't have many of them in Gloversville, New York. Okay.
Yeah.
When I lived in New Jersey, I was chronically late in the morning because I'm not a morning person, like I said a little while ago in here. And I worked it would take me 45 minutes to get to work, but it was stop and go traffic the whole way. And I would be even later than I was initially. So it's like you're stuck in traffic and you're already late, and then your adrenaline starts pumping and you start sweating, and it's not nice. Well, go ahead. Who has a question? Can't hear you, Bella. I see your mouth moving.
Miss Jost, can I come back on in a few minutes? I gotta go to my mom's work real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. So a no smoking sign on your cigarette break. Can you have a cigarette if there's a no smoking sign? No, that's the irony. It's 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife. What's the irony there? Yeah, because the spoon's not going to do what a knife does, right? Okay. It's meeting the man of your dreams or the woman of your dreams, and then meeting his beautiful wife and or husband. So in other words, they're off limits in the real world. Okay. So Other examples of irony. Let's take a look. Let's go back to classroom because today I am going to give you an assignment for irony. Those of you that didn't do yesterday's lesson with me, before you do this assignment, I would strongly suggest that you at least watch the video and learn what we did yesterday with irony, okay? Irony is not easy and it's hard to explain. And I usually try to point it out when we come across it. So here's your assignment. Let me move you guys over here again. Okay. It says, irony is a statement where the actual meaning is different from the literal meaning or a situation where the result is different than expected. It is a twist, a contradiction, or double meaning. So contradiction means you say one thing, the sky is blue, and then you say something completely opposite. The sky is yellow. They contradict each other. They don't mean the same thing, okay? So let's look at part one. Which of the following is ironic? Type a Y if the statement has irony. Type an N if the statement is not ironic, okay? We named our Saint Bernard mouse. First of all, you got to know what a Saint Bernard is. What's a Saint Bernard? It is a very big dog, right? Okay. So is it ironic that someone would name their very large dog Mouse? Yes. Alex, you're shaking your head no, but yes. A Saint Bernard is a really, really big dog. Should I show you guys a picture of one? Okay, hold on. Let me find one. Okay, dog breed. Here we go. Saint Bernard, look how big he is. Okay, it's one of these guys. They're really big. And, you know, a mouse would be really tiny. Yes? So this would have irony. Okay, so that's part one. You just have to put a Y or a no, whether it has irony or not. The next part, you have to match an event from the first column with an event in the second column to create irony. Type the letter of your choice next to the phrase. So you buy a bus pass and your choices are a hurricane floods the city, you oversleep in the school, you win a car, you lose the winning ticket. So you have to figure out which of these makes that statement ironic. You might want to go through them and then just in this box, type the letter of your choice. Okay, does that make sense? Let's look at part three. Briefly explain the irony in each statement below. Okay, Liz parked her new car in 2 spaces at the mall so it wouldn't get dings. Because she was illegally parked, her car was towed and the tow truck was in an accident. Her car was totaled. So you have to explain what the irony is. And if you did the lesson yesterday with me, the irony is, and you need to like have complete sentences, capital letters, punctuation at the end. Okay? I think that's all there is then. Okay, honestly, I got to go look and see when I made this due because I don't remember when I made this due. Yep, question. Do you have a question about irony right now? Okay, then can you hold your question for a second? Okay, this is due on Monday, the 23rd. Okay, please, 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 children, I'm finding that my 6th graders are not what I call in the moment and they are not present in what they are doing. In other words, I'm having an enormous number of children turning work in partially done. Like the one with hyperbole where there were 2 slides and it was pretty obvious working in the edit mode that there were 2 slides. I cannot tell you the number of children that turned in 1 of the 2 slides completed. Oh, I didn't know there were 2 slides. What are you talking about? There's obviously 2 slides there. Okay, this one, part 1, which indicates that there's more than 1 part. You know, I don't know if there's gonna be 2, 3, or 20, but I better scroll down until I don't see anything else and do the work. Yes? Okay, so children in Homeland, I'm going to sign off because I'm going to stop the video for this. If you need me, you could pop back in, but I'm going to end this one so I can have the video, okay? So this is due on Monday. If you need help, let me know. All right, more, E more, N.
Bye.
Bye.